Games like Dungeons and Dragons are more popular than ever, but with tons of rules, mountains of books, and so many dice, it can be hard to know where to get started. That's where Dungeoneering with Jason comes in. We're Dungeon Masters for hire. Take a break and let us run your next game. One-on-one tutorials are also available for new DMs. Contact Dungeoneering with Jason today. Adventure is just a click away.
Gary, it's Quentin. I'm leaving this message on your voicemail since I am in a major metropolitan area and do not have time or resources to create a summoning circle and slaughter another kobold. The local population is starting to notice. I learned a very interesting lesson about the medical practices in this town when that fella Jason needed to get a very delicate item removed from a very delicate place. And there was no talk of insurance, making this country rife with malpractice lawsuits, something worth looking into in the future. Serene bought a very revealing outfit, which beguiled those around her. Something like that would be fantastic in court. I wonder if we can find the creator and maybe patent his invention. And we learned prostitution is apparently legal. Great. Oh, we also met the Duke, who I'm sure is going to send us on some sort of ridiculous quest. Seems to be the thing that these people love to do. Alright, this is Quentin. Please forward the message on to the senior partners. And could somebody maybe try calling me back? My phone still works. It would be great to have some sort of contact with the outside world. My mama's not even answering her phone.
To Crumpets and Kerosene and Actual Play 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Kelly. I play a majority of the NPCs, not all of them. And around this virtual table, we got some really cool folks. And so I'm going to start with Jenna. And my question for Jenna and for Serene is, where's your favorite place to make whoopee? Bam.
So I'm Jenna and I play Serene. My favorite place is, I'm super boring, but like in my bedroom.
Oh, okay. Not the back of a Volkswagen or anything?
No, God, no. There's not enough room back there, okay?
It's the only car I have, I just...
For Serene, anytime she's in nature.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Good thing you're not in a forest, rich environment.
Right.
Gotcha. All right. So
who's walking around in heat?
Yep.
Who do we got next?
Deflowering virgins, right and left.
There we go, Jason. What do you got?
I guess it's me or the other Jason.
No.
Real Jason or fake Jason?
Yeah, no, real Jason. Real Jason.
Okay, yeah.
Clinton.
All right. My favorite place, wherever my wife is.
Aww.
Listeners, his wife is standing in the background staring
at us. She's right there. Yeah.
Not necessarily with her. She just has to be in the same room. So
right.
Wherever she is.
God.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes she's involved.
It's what she likes. I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on if she's feeling it or not. Yeah.
What's on TV? Last week's episode I taped. What?
Why are you doing that? Quentin's favorite place?
Ballroom.
Yeah, no, he's there's a story behind this that we'll go into later, but the ball pit at the Chuck E. Cheese after hours.
Oh my God.
Oh,
first job, huh?
After hours. I'm glad that there's that note.
I'm never
had to pay for grad school somehow.
Oh,
I have a new term to ball pit.
Oh my God. No wonder he became a lawyer. He had to get himself out of some shit, huh?
All right. Well, we'll side eye away from that situation. What about you, Lee?
I I don't know if I want to get that personal with myself.
But
on a
I didn't mean
podcast.
to actually put out there the individual
You said
person.
Jenna and your character.
Yeah, I messed up because I was looking at Jenna and I'm like, that's not her character name. Well, you can just go with, character Laura.
My character. Okay, we'll stick to Laura. I think Laura, she likes to do on the couch. So she can play video games.
She can play video games during?
Either he can or she can, whatever.
She's sitting there playing Tetris. Are you done yet?
No,
Well, I mean,
Really fun.
no
You get him
judgment,
go raiding, and then he's very distracted. And it's
yeah.
fun.
Wait, I'm in
I
a
mean,
platforming section. Give me a second.
Hold on. I'm on level
you
You do
99.
have to
doggy
keep at
style.
it.
You can both still play your video games. I mean,
Then you gotta play Mario Kart against each other.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What?
It's co-op and competition. Yeah.
All right, cool.
That
Well,
feels okay. Whatever.
It's Laura, not me.
So today we don't
Oh.
have Allison or
Oh.
Seth.
Aw.
I don't feel. I usually fill in their gaps on their characters and themselves. I'll leave this one open for them. They can come back to it.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't fill in.
I feel
Yeah,
like you
because-
shouldn't include Sophia in that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sophia's the kid of the group. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
He's 15. Yeah.
In a cemetery.
Who the fuck
In a
is
cemetery.
Like a
Questions.
40-year-old virgin
He's like-
anyways, right?
But the answer is in the cemetery. Yeah.
Yeah, cemetery.
Oh my
totally.
god.
For both of them. Yeah.
100%. 100%. I'll talk to the person that comes up.
It's the
with
changing
this
room at the Hot Topic. Yeah.
and
yeah.
I'll make sure the person, the individual that writes the questions that I ask, I'll remind myself that we do have a kid in the group, so I have to tailor it to that. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
What about Brent?
Brent?
Yeah, fuck me then, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to
You
ask Brent,
always
but
forget somebody.
I've lived with Brent. I've known Brent for 20 years. I'm just scared to say. But go ahead. Yeah, Brent.
My favorite place is in Kelly's bedroom.
Nice.
On his desk.
Again, whether Kelly's there or not is
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually crying in the corner, and I'm like looking away, but I'm kind of looking because I'm
Why are you doing this?
Why did you lock
You have a
the
room
door?
like right over there.
Actually,
Every surface in Kelly's bedroom
just to kind of like put it in perspective.
and or kitchen.
When me and Brent moved into our first apartment together, we did rock, paper, scissors to see who gets the master bedroom, and I lost as usual. And one day I went to go talk to Brent, and I knocked on the door, and he's like, "Oh," and I was like, "All right." And I opened the door, and there was nothing in the room. The room was basically empty. I think it was a desk, a nightstand, or some stuff. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" His bed was in his closet because it was the master closet, and he's like, "This is my bedroom." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this other room?" And he's like, "Oh, it's my living room." I'm like, "You son of a bitch."
This is my fuck Kelly room. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just had to put that out there because I'm assuming he wouldn't do it in his actual bedroom. He would just do it in his second living room. Anyway, go ahead. What about Jason, the character?
I don't know. His closet can be fun.
Jason's good and to go anywhere.
Of course. It sounds better.
He's not picky.
Yeah.
It's
Jason's
never
favorite
put
place
thought
is
to location.
available. Yeah.
Anywhere.
Wherever the beautiful women are.
and just a side note, Jason's kink is that she has to read an acceptance letter that's positive that he wrote. And then he gets off. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this episode.
Welcome, adventurer. Get ready. Pack a bag, grab a snack, set back, and hang on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we went to we got custom checked through TSA. We paid too much for health insurance and medical procedure. And then we went shopping for something we didn't need. So where's the fantasy part of this game?
There is no fantasy part. This is just my reality.
There's elves and
I was
dwarves.
just saying, this just feels like
Welcome
every day.
to the real world.
And Jason just has a huge smile, and He has a glow about him that just you can visually see.
Hey, everybody. I'm feeling a lot better.
I was gonna say he just came out of like a brothel. I'm pretty sure he's glowing.
And as
I'm
soon
not
as you,
surprised.
as soon as you say that, Jason, your phone rings.
I'm going to throw it.
All right.
Throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
My dad's not a phone.
Roll the throw. All right, where are you throwing it? You throwing it at someone or just like down the way?
Against the wall.
Okay.
1 second.
If you roll one, it turns out you had a Nokia, and it bounces off and kills you.
Right? It will never
Nokia.
die.
It's actually a razor, and it opens up, but it's a razor phone, but it's a razor, and it actually stabs you.
14.
All right, you do throw it against the wall as it's ringing. It doesn't not shatter. It hits the wall and lands on the ground and opens up, and you hear a voice emanating from the phone.
Hello, this is Coach Seacrest with University of Montana Western. I'm calling for Jason Smithson. We received your application, and after reviewing footage of your games, we are pleased to inform you that you've earned a full tuition scholarship to our prestigious university. Your skills are very promising, and we believe that you'll be a good fit for our team. We're excited to have the opportunity to have someone of your caliber joining us. And while many students don't play much in their first year, we would anticipate having you start for us. We truly hope that you will accept our invitation. We're sure you have many offers, but we feel that our program what's that? I called the wrong one. Oh. So sorry, Jason. Our head coach had you mixed up with Jacob Smith. Your application is... Oh, there it is. Oh. Well, given your record, we believe you might want to reconsider your goals and settle on something a little more attainable for someone of your talent or lack thereof. They say that life is not a spectator sport, but football is. Perhaps you'd be better off in the stands.
The message that you just heard for the rejection.
That was going to happen regardless of what happened to that phone.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like it.
So yeah. So after hearing this message, what would you like to do? What would you like to do?
We all heard that.
We all just kind of stand there awkwardly,
everybody heard
like,
it.
ooh.
It got really loud. Way
Anyway.
louder than the phone should be. And
I
the
didn't
Kings
even
just like,
apply for Montana Western.
The King's like, oh.
Aw, Jason, do you need a hug?
Yes.
You want me to step on the
I give him a
phone?
hug.
Are you gonna
Jason like picks her up off the ground as he has a gun in her.
Oh God.
You have to put her down now, okay? Go and put her back on the ground now, buddy.
Quentin's pulling out his ledger. Sexual assault right here. Assault. I think there's
Technically,
assault
she
charge.
asked him if he wanted a hug, so it was. I mean,
The king
there was
walks
consent
over
on.
and he picks up your phone and goes, interesting. He's looking at it and it's beeping. And he hands it back to you. He goes, I think you dropped this.
You want to buy it?
Oh.
It's a magic disappointment machine, apparently.
What do you want for it?
I'm thinking a lot.
All right. And he turns around. You come here. One of the guards runs over and he goes, here you go. And the guard looks at him like, what?
Oh my god.
No.
As much as I would appreciate having extra muscle, I don't believe in slavery.
Oh,
That's a good stance.
I think that's a fair stance.
I'd say it's easy, but still good.
he's like, I don't own my guards. I pay them a monthly wage. And you hear from the background, wait, you guys are getting paid?
Except for Johnny back there. Fuck Johnny.
He's an intern.
Quinn's ears perk up and he goes around to the guy in the back and you hear the words union. You hear the words workers' compensation.
Yeah. The king hands you a scroll. He's got. I give them to you, but I'm assuming this is what you would. I've seen some people like you before. This is called a telephone. I believe there's monthly charges to this. So here's the he has to be paid monthly. So it's kind of like the same thing. And it's a scroll. It lists like all the charges that you have to pay him every month, a wage, healthcare, that kind of stuff.
That's
How much is it?
terrible deal.
It's like 2 gold a month.
Oh,
But it lists like all of his services. Like he'll carry your shit for you, and he'll fight for you when you're not, when you don't
And we
want to
gotta
fight.
feed him.
Yeah, you gotta
I love
feed him. You gotta give him room and board, that kind of thing. Dwarf.
how are you with animals?
Huh?
Oh God, stable boy.
Like penguins and elephants?
What's
Yeah,
a
It'll be a
specific-
squirrel.
He's like, what's a penguin? Oh my God.
Perfect.
I rolled 100. Actually, growing up on the farm, I was able to talk to animals. So I have lots of animals. I'm really good with them, and I do lots of cool things. And he just starts jabbering.
You're hired.
All right.
But you're not really getting okay.
He is getting rid of his phone, and he's getting a thing that's way cooler than a phone, which is a best friend. So
Yeah.
Someone who can guard
okay.
our mountain animals.
He takes all of his
That's good.
his royal armor off and lays it on the ground. And he's pretty muscular. You're actually a little bit. You know what? Roll me an intimidation check.
God.
would it be a wisdom for him, and he would be intimidating?
No, he's trying to intimidate Brent. Jason.
Trying to intimidate me?
Yeah, so you would roll the intimidate check,
And he'd roll insight, right?
Yeah.
I think.
or
I
just
don't know.
wisdom sometimes.
Yeah, well,
19.
I got
Yeah.
a 7 for my wisdom. So
Yeah, so he takes it
Great.
off, and as he's removing his armor, he's looking at you with like great, with a little grin on his face, and he does all like the the Iron
Why is he
Man
taking off his
poses.
armor?
All
What,
the
what is he
Iron-
doing?
all the
Just
Iron
in the
Man
middle
Are
of
we,
poses,
are we flashing? Oh, what are we doing here?
showing all of his muscles, and he is ripped underneath this armor. And he goes, "Yeah, no. Now that I work for you, you have to armor me. These are royal, my last employer." So
I don't wear armor.
he's just ripped, and he's like, "Yeah, you right. Who needs armor anyway?" And he kind of kicks the helmet to the side, and he stands next to you, and you still feel slightly intimidated, even though he's like,
Does he at least have pants or like?
"Yeah,
what is
he's
he wearing now?
He's got clothes.
Okay.
He's got tunics.
Yeah, he'll
on,
have like
so-
the gambeson and shit.
He's
underneath.
got-
Okay,
They don't-
it's like
yeah.
geez.
Yeah, he's not naked. No, he's wearing Under Armour tunic and stuff like that. So it's
Okay, that's yeah.
but he is ripped.
Like have an official Under Armour logo.
Yeah, it has the little.
Under Armour.
yeah.
He just has like 2 hammers crossed. No, it's just plain white tunics.
Under Armour.
Uh,
Ye
And-
old Under Armour.
yeah, he's pretty
It's
jacked.
armor with a
Under
U.
Armour.
Yeah.
He's like half the size
Armor
of you, but
de
he's
under.
like he's stacked, and he's got a big grin on his face, and his beard's
We're
like,
gonna have to talk about your lifting routine because
Yeah.
I need that muscle
Kelly.
definition.
yeah,
Kelly,
we
you're
should
spending
work
an
So
on.
what's his
awfully
name?
long time describing how muscular and attractive this guy is.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
read
throwing that
Is,
out.
You should try to live with Kelly. I mean,
Hey, Brent, what's up? Ugh. Yeah, back in the day when I used to do a lot of workout stuff. Anyway, so yeah,
I mean, what's it?
he takes his phone and puts it in his pocket, and he's like, "Yeah," and he goes, he looks around the group, so what? Yeah, so what's up?
Could you help
Um,
us get the rest of the collars off of our good party here?
Why should I do that? Yeah, he's staring at you.
I bat my eyelashes and flash my outfit.
Okay. Everybody
No
else.
words, just huh?
Not to the rest of the party, but just to him, like quickly.
So he was against the wall because he picked up the phone. So you were standing and he was against the wall. Quentin, you're pretty far away. You don't see it. But
Yeah, I'm-
Jason, you see that she like turns and looks at him and is like, open, cloak and then close it really quick. And let's see what that does for him.
I don't know. I'm just
All right.
attempting.
I mean,
Yeah,
Quentin
he's
and
like,
Serene were traveling together for long enough. He's already seen her naked a couple times. Like she
Yeah.
just walks
I mean-
around like that, Yeah.
that's
his eyes
true,
get really big and
but
he's
the
like,
outfit's better.
and he felt his.
Well, I'm sure the outfit's better,
vagina.
but like I wouldn't go, "What is she doing?" It's like, "Oh, this."
No,
again,
no,
oh,
no.
Yeah,
You just like, all right. But yeah, he felt. So he's like, sure, why not? And he walks over.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're so kind.
He pulls out this key and he goes up to everybody and he unclicks all the stuff. and you guys can feel your magic energy flowing back to you. And actually, as you're standing there, the ground around you, the plants and everything, you see the energy of your surroundings actually flowing up to you and re-enchanting all your gear, and you feel that energy surge that you've always felt, and not that normal feeling that you would have like in the real world. So your magic came back to you essentially.
Hell yeah. Let's go play some music.
We're not
Yeah.
normies.
Hashtag magic boobs.
Hold on, let me check
isn't that
Instagram real
all
quick.
boobs?
All right, fan art. So if you got fan art, we want to see what hashtag magic boobs look like. So, all right. Anyway,
Yeah.
I got a subreddit for you. Don't worry.
I was just gonna say, make
You ever
sure
heard of
it's
breast hypnosis?
yeah,
Sorry, never mind.
tassels.
Heard and suffered from. Yes.
All right, so you guys just call. You got your magic, and he goes. He's still standing there, kind of like mesmerized, and he goes, "I'm assuming you're here for the campaign quest."
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's-
exactly
Yep, that
what we're
seems
here for.
right.
definitely why we're here.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Most people don't find me, but like, what are you guys doing here? Like, I know you're this new area, and you guys obviously aren't from this town or other towns. Where are you guys from?
Santa Monica.
And it's just he's really focused on you guys.
Pixie.
Really interesting.
These words mean nothing to you, do they?
Absolutely nothing. He does not have a bracer on his arm. That's good to tell. Or if he does, you don't see it.
Okay, so this is still the guard we're talking to, right?
No,
Our new friend.
No, this is the Duke.
this is the Duke.
Okay, now it's
Yeah.
the Duke. Okay.
Duke Rudolph is his name. Just to bring it
Rudolph.
back to everybody. Rudolph.
King Duke Rudolph.
Which
Well,
is,
we just kind of got to this town and we were told that we couldn't do magic unless we came here, so
oh yes,
now
yes.
we're here.
So the inner cloister, you know, we like magic folk, but the outer cloister is all the riffraff and all the crazy stores and madness. Inside here, it's more cultured and more respected, and where all the higher end folks live, including myself. And he like looks around at everybody, and they're just like, ugh.
Okay, so magic is based in classism here.
Mhm.
That's fun.
Good call. Give yourself 15 experience points.
Oh, nice. For making the class war reference. Yeah. I'll
that-
take
that's
those
your-
points.
Good job recognizing the ills of society.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, we just got to this zone. We've heard that there's other zones, and I mean, do you know any ways of going through this area quickly?
Oh yeah. Oh, you must come from the other zone where it's, you know, you just travel down the road and you come to our
It's a
level
hellish
zone.
place.
Yes, it
Mhm.
is. Oh, that what's that? Hank and Beth and those two people in the suits. And you hear, yeah, the suits, man, the suits. He goes, yeah. So to leave this area, you must collect stones to turn into gems to get to the tower that's in the middle of our area. And
Well, that sounds easy enough. Like
Oh,
what, 5
yes.
stones?
No. You know, it was that easy, but people were pushing through really, really fast. But so what we do now, I mean, what happens now is that you have to collect 18 stones per region, and you're in the Teeth region right now, and so you must collect 18 stones within this region to move forward. Well, technically, you only need 8. If you collect all 10, your end stone is more harnessed, and you can use the abilities a lot easier. If you choose not to collect the holy stones, then you know, the abilities from the main stone that brings you to the next region is unharnessed and could be very fatal to anybody that tries to wield its powers.
How do we get the stones?
So each town that you're in Haha. The Duke, the one that runs the town, gives you a quest. And you can only acquire this quest from the Duke of each town. Uh, and we send you on this quest, and then you do whatever it is, and we give you this. And he pulls out this stone out of his pocket, and it looks like a regular like river rock.
I try to grab it.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm in front of him. I want to snatch it. I have a good sleight of hand.
All right, both of you roll sleight of hand.
Quentin is trying to find a button on his bracer that lets him skip dialogue.
Oh man.
Where do I get past this point? Come on, let's get past the cutscene.
I didn't get it. I rolled a 2, so I basically just swat next to his hand, and I'm like, whoops.
Well, I definitely did better because I rolled a 1.
Okay, so as soon as both of you go to swipe the stone,
We just hit our hands hit each other.
Yeah,
you both weirdly fist bump.
You simultaneously your hands meet midway and touch the stone. As you touch the stone together, your fingertips, you're completely dropped to your knees. You feel completely drained, and all your magic you feel is gone, and you feel this immediate sadness within your soul of depression and unwillingness to move forward. And he closes his fist. He's
pull out my gun. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God!
Damn!
Calm emotions. Yeah. I'm casting calm emotions now.
You both just drop to your knees, and you're just like immediately just Eeyore. And he closes his hand. He's like, no. This isn't the stone. You must collect what I send you on this quest. And he pulls out another stone and he throws it on the ground in front of you, Elora.
What the fuck was that stone then? The stone of depression?
He goes, no, but
that's the weight of depression. You put it on you.
So far,
when you're
every time I give this quest out, the adventurers always try to snag it from me.
That's fair.
I've enchanted it. The stone that lays in front of you.
There has been no change over Jason.
Yeah, he's like,
I'll say my husband died like 3 weeks ago, so I'm pretty.
Sadness.
You know, it's my secret, Doc.
Yeah. So he goes with the stone in the ground, and this is very important. I'll give you the quest that you must do, but you must jab the stone into the heart of this person I want you to complete the quest with. And once you do that, I will merge both that stone and this one to give you my city stone to allow you to go to the next area. Although you can go to any of the cities and do the stones. There's no order to them. But you must collect all 6 city stones and the 2 royal stones, which are at the different castles within our region. And then the 10 holy stones are littered throughout this region. I can tell you about a few of them that I visit, but you don't have to do those. Although if you do, you have a better chance of harnessing the powers of these stones. A lot of adventurers skip that, and then I don't know what happens to them, but obviously they must still be here.
How many regions are there?
There's 5.
So that's 90 magic rocks altogether.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
You have. So, Rudolph, you have a royal stone and you have a city stone.
No. Unfortunately, I do have a tower here, but I am just a duke of this town. You must talk to Princess Hannah and King Ludwig to get those stones. And they have towers within this area, and their quests are a little bit more adventurous.
What kind of princess are we
So
talking
he
about?
just has the city stone.
Yeah, he just has the
for this
stone.
place. Okay.
Yep, but he is considered a duke, so he's higher than the lords that live in the area around him.
And he wants us to drive this stone into somebody's chest.
Oh,
Whose
to get
chest
back
are
to
we
that,
driving the stone in? Yeah, can we circle back to that part?
I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
you mean the murder part? Yeah. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
that's
that a
what-
bit.
So
I'd like, yeah.
for you to complete my quest that I have, there is a bandit here with a group of people that continuously attack our trade routes and attack our local folks within the out of Cloister and in the surrounding tiny small places where he looks at one of the guards, where they live. And this bandit, his name is Martin Longshanks, and for this to
Sorry.
work, I want you to jab this deep into his heart before his death. It's very
Before he
important that you
dies.
do this. If you don't and you just kill him and jam it in there, it's not going to work. I would tell. There's so many people that do this backwards. I'm just going to lay it out in front of you. So this must be the kill shot, as you adventurers say. The last group, such a mess. So, and then bring the body back with the gem in it. And then I will complete the ritual for both of these stones. So you.
What happens to the body after it's dead with the gem in it?
Oh, well, this rips his soul from the body. There's no coming back. It's
Jesus Christ.
it's the most
He
horrific
sounds
thing
like a bad dude. It's probably fine.
you'll ever see.
Oh,
But it is quite
What if
amazing
they
because
just-
you get to watch the moment when his soul leaves his body, and you see it get ripped into this void. And as you look down at this gem, it does seem dark and desolate inside of it, and you get this horrible feeling from this
Okay,
stone
so
that lays in front of you.
what happens when you have all these stones together? Like, what do you get?
I don't get anything. I'm just here to help progress your guys' mission. But if you want to collect all 18 stones in this area, you must take it to the Grand Master Smith, and he will forge a gem for you that will allow you to go to the next region.
And what's that Smith's
I'll
name?
Oh, the Smith. He's like, the Smith. Oh, what is his name? And he's
Oh, I
Okay.
thought Smith was his last name, and it was just really unimaginative writing.
Yeah,
Oh.
my
First
last
name
name is Smith.
Black.
No,
Excuse
no,
me.
no.
Black.
No. I mean, he's part of the Royal Oak,
It's
forge.
also his last
He's-
name. He is...
No, that's not his name. But he runs the Royal Oak forges that are here. He's the Grand Master Smith and teaches all of the city smiths how to do their craft. His name is Lord Aaron Redbeard, and he's a very nice fellow. He might send you on a mission. I'm not really sure. I don't do this mission, but
Is he
once you
here in
collect them
this
all,
city?
oh,
Are we going to meet anyone who's not going to send us on some sort of mission request?
to collect these
No.
stones, you
No.
you have
All right.
to.
I just need to be prepared. Just
So you have
Yeah.
to go to the Tower of Grinwald, where King Ludwig is. I suggest that you do that mission last, because that's where the blacksmith is, the Grand Master, and he can forge your stone
Gotcha.
once you complete it. But King Ludwig, he's amazing. He's a little weird, so be careful. He might send you on a very I don't want to
He's
ruin
like-
it for you.
But he's the king
He's
of
weird.
this region.
Oh no, his wife Hannah is on the other side of the river. You know what?
I
Here,
know why she lives so far from him. 'Cause he's fucking weird, huh?
let me give you a map.
separate bedrooms.
Separate sides of the city.
Yes, he's like, well, you know what? I'll give you a map of the rest of the region.
That would be
Uh,
awesome.
Once you collect what I need, this bandit is in the northeast of this of the town here of Ulm, so it's more in the mountain. He's in a very desolate forest, very thick,
So-
haunted.
Great.
love it.
Alternately, could we just like convince him not to be bad anymore? Like,
No,
do we
no,
have to steal his soul?
And
I need his soul.
I mean,
so I
what
need
what
you to-
crimes has he been charged with? Has he been formally
Yeah.
charged with any crimes? I mean,
Yeah, that's. I mean, I feel like this is pretty dramatic for
He looks
I mean,
over. He's
somebody
like,
who's
crime,
stealing
crime.
stuff.
Oh, hold on! And he snaps his fingers.
the
One
man
of the
deserves to
guards-
stay in court to be tried by a group of his peers.
Well,
Uh,
he's the Duke. He gets to make this trial.
And the Duke's like, yes, and one of the a scribe or a guy in robes comes running over and he's holding a bunch of scrolls and he hands this really thick, large comedic version of a scroll, and he goes, yes, punishments and crimes that he's committed, and he like hits a button and it slides down on the ground and it rolls for a good like 30 or 40 feet. And the fine print, and he's like, "Oh yes," and he hands you a monocle, and he goes, "Yes, yes, you must be the officiant of the group." And he goes, "Yes, if you choose, you can read all of his crimes." And even using this little monocle, the writing is pretty small. And if you look at it without a monocle, it's super fine print. Like maybe.
And to be fair, I mean, who's more of a peer to a bandit than us?
Right. Said for the giant
I haven't
strong man.
stolen anything from anybody.
You stole my heart.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, excuse me. I just threw up in my mouth.
Threw up in your mouth.
Oh.
Something came back
Shit.
up from lunch. I'm sorry. No. Quentin is looking over the document and is like, "Yeah, you know what? None of this is real, anyways. Yeah, let's just go shove a crystal in this guy's chest. Whatever."
So as you read, like the first 3 lines, once you start reading, it's just a list of murders that this person has committed.
Yeah.
Oh.
He has
Okay.
killed lots. He's notorious. He usually takes like the tiny villages outside this area aren't on the map, but he's murdered. Him and his bandits have murdered hundreds of folks.
It's not a cool dude. Should we go kill this dude?
I'm still like kind of anti-violence, so somebody else can do the whole soldier thing.
You're at the end of it. You're like holding the gem. You're
I've
like,
done it
why do
before.
I have to do this? I can't.
I'm not doing this shit.
You like throw the gem on the ground and run away. I'm not doing this.
I mean, like, I'll try to make sure you guys don't die. I
So
guess.
That's
nice.
my
Midst of-
quest for the gem. Are there any other questions?
Yes.
That you have? Oh yes, yes.
Jason
Here
sits down
we
somewhere.
go. Yeah, let's go do some yoga.
Okay.
Yeah, like you guys can totally leave. Alora's like pulling out her book. She's got like these pages
Oh,
in the back
God.
that are blank, and she's like, "All right, here we go." This is
Let's
the
do
first
this.
like real quest she's gotten, and she's excited because she came here to play a fucking video game. And,
I am
I'm
starting a new page. Here we go.
I'll
So-
be teaching the guards yoga in the background.
Oh, yeah, they immediately start doing yoga with you because your energy is flowing all around them, and they feel like they're getting something from it.
Yeah, they are.
I'm trying to open this map, and my computer's not liking it. But so you, Lord
Uh-huh.
or Duke Rudolph, are the Duke of the city, and there's a Tower of Grimwald. Is that going to be one of the castles that has the royal stones?
Yes, that's where King
Okay.
Ludwig is.
Ludwig.
That's where he is at, and he'll give you a quest. And then Princess Hana is at the other tower,
Which is called?
it is called Aldorf.
And wait, she's the wife of Ludwig?
You know, I don't really get into the royal dynamics of the area.
I don't
there
follow the
was a-
royal family.
Yeah.
So the Tower of Aldorf.
Not after what they did to Meghan Markle. No, thank you.
Tower
yeah.
of Aldorf?
Aldorf Bay.
It was the Epstein
Okay.
thing for me.
So
that was like,
I just sent you the name of it. So just to give everybody a feedback on the listeners and the players, all the names that I use in this zone are all German kings, royalty. The King Ludwig was the last king of Bavaria, and Princess Hana was the last princess of Bavaria. And all the dukes that you'll go to the towns of all the cities are real cities in Germany, and the dukes are actually the mayors of these cities.
So what's
They're
that?
the Burgomeisters.
Yeah. For the listener and for you guys.
Well, I thought, isn't Hana like Ludwig's sister? In
Well,
real life?
there's lots of different names. I went with a different name because her name is very German, and I didn't want to.
Oh, okay. I just
So I try to. I don't want to use specific direct names, so I'll use the last names or the first name, depending on what fits. But I try not to use like their full name. When you do the saints, the saints are actually real saints of these countries. They're real people. I did a lot of research on each one of them before I picked their names. So when you guys start doing the saint missions, quests. They are real people, and you'll get a
Now,
little history about them.
is this all important game information, or are you just showing off that you did research?
No, it's for
Game
game information. Because he's gonna give
And
you
he's showing off.
he's gonna give you some of his favorite the places that he goes for the saint missions for those
Okay.
stones. He's got the names of those folks and what they do. Also, all these gems and stones that you guys collect have powers within them. So if you do the saint missions, which you don't have to, like I stated before, the saint missions will give you abilities and powers as well and spells. Besides,
Oh, so here we are. Are we in Amon? Where are we? We're in Ulm, aren't we?
yep,
We're in
you're
Ulm, yeah.
I can't find it on the map. Can you tell me like which quadrant
Oh, I
I
sent
might
you the
find
big.
Ulm?
It's in the top right corner, but
Oh, okay, yeah, I was looking at the bottom.
yeah,
Whoops.
it's in the very top.
There we go. Okay. I like maps. All right.
So the map that he hands you guys, I'm sending to you right now. That is the map that he's pulled out for you that he's created. So it's a smaller version, and it's really just based around Ulm itself, and that's what he gives you. And so when he hands you the map, he says, if you are interested in the royal stones, I like to visit 3 different ones. They're near here, but again, they're not necessary.
Holy stones, you mean?
The holy stones, yeah. So there's Saint Albus Magnus, Saint Bruno, and Saint Bruno the Great. Don't confuse; they're 2 different people.
Oh,
And there are
so Saint Bruno the Great and Saint Bruno the Bear. He's kind of there.
Say Bruno the Bruno.
It's a Bruno. He's
they're
not
about
the Brunoest Bruno, but he's pretty Bruno.
there's like a 1,000-year difference between the both of them in real life.
In this world?
No, in real life.
Okay. Well, we're not in real life right now.
I'm sorry, not 1,000. They're 200 years apart from each other. But yeah, in this world, he's not really sure how long this has been around, this area, even though he rules this section. So if you'd like to know more about them, I can tell you a little bit, or you guys can continue. And if you go up to the north east corner of this area, on the map, it shows you there's a dense forest. He is with Longshanks is within that forest. And once you dispatch him, come back, bring his body with it, with the soul gem in place. And yes, you'll complete this town. Or you can just go to another town or do whatever you want. He's like, I don't have any specific directions or where he's at. I know he's in the forest and he raids a lot of places. Shouldn't be too hard for a bunch of adventurous folks as yourself to locate him. But you must go and register as a group so that we track.
There?
Well, pretty much if you go to any of the main breweries, or I'm sorry, to the registration office, it's down the road here, and you register as a party, and then you're allocated your rewards when you complete your tasks.
Okay. You never have anyone going solo through all this?
I mean, you can, but if you register, you can get some stuff like when you want to requisition some animals or wagons or lodgings. There's discounts depending on where you're at. But you can solo. You don't. Yeah, you don't need
field
to.
Trip.
Yeah, basically. But you don't need to register. But if you're an unregistered company, we're just not. We can't help you with any lodgings or, anything like that if you go into a town. Or if you're registered,
Okay.
It takes about a couple weeks for the pigeons to get to each town, but then there's a list of registered adventurers, groups that we pay some of your lodgings and mission fees.
And if we register, we're murdering in the name of the law.
That's right.
That's all I
Hey!
need.
Jason, give yourself 10 experience points for figuring that out.
I'm going to be going very heavy, lawful not so heavy good. Jenna, you're muted.
You can always change your alignment too. You don't have to stay with lawful good. You can start working back towards being.
Hey man, you gave it to me. I'm gonna play with it. This is your fault.
I mean, you can. I mean,
You did this.
Deal with it now.
you can work to change that.
You did
Yeah,
this.
but I'm not there yet. We'll see.
So we're basically the police now.
Oh no! Don't get that confused. You don't work for the castle or any of the towns.
Oh, good. We're hired mercenaries for the
That's
police.
And he looks over at the robed figure, and he's like, he looks off to the side. He's like, yeah, that sounds about right. He seems like to be the cleric slash, royal official for laws and such things.
Okay, I did have one more question.
Oh yes. How
I'm
can I
gonna
help you?
pull out that deed that I got
Oh
from the guitar
shit.
and be like, "Do you know where this is?"
Hold on now.
You seem to have a lot of maps and stuff, so
Well, a gist of my area, where would this be? And he looks at it. He's like, it is in this and Teef. Maybe it's over next to, and he's like looking at like the description and everything. And he goes, you might want to check next to Stuttgart. It might be near there. That sounds like the area. You definitely want to talk to that guy.
Stuttgart.
Yeah, the city of Stuttgart.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Well, that's better directions than I had before. Thank you, Rudolph.
You're welcome.
I went to high school with a Stuttgart.
Yeah. I just tell.
Just throwing that out there.
Just tell Duke.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Tell Duke Fritz that you've recently acquired an area, and he might be able to help you. That's interesting. You got the deed though. That's weird. And you've never been there.
No.
Huh.
No, I haven't.
Interesting.
Not gonna lie on this one.
There might be a legal issue with that. Your lawyer friend here might understand more about that. But just
he'll
tell Duke
totally help
Fritz
me out.
that you're looking for this. It appears to be a tower or something like that. Anyway.
And Duke Fritz, I'm assuming, is the Lord of Stuttgart.
Yes, yeah. So if you want to get his stone, he's the same guy you're going to want to talk to.
It's okay. This lady handed us a sword out of this body of water, so we're royalty now,
Mm-hmm.
I think I made that joke last week. We'll let it pass. Yeah.
So
It's good enough for 2 jokes.
that sword that you have, Jason, are you going to examine it?
Sure.
It is rusted, old, gnarly looking, and it seems to be crumbling a little bit more and more. And he looks at you and goes, "Oh no, you didn't leave it?"
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, obviously he didn't. He's holding it right here.
you definitely need to put that back into the lake. Not that specific one. You can go to any lake and put it in. If there's
Oh, thank God, because that was going to be a problem.
If
Yeah,
there's
because that one's not a lake anymore.
Yeah, if the lady's there, you can put that back. But that's
I was-
not
I bet
good.
she's gonna be pissed at us.
That's actually
You shot up our whole lake.
that's
Yeah.
that's how you saved, right? Well, since you're the last one that did it, I guess, and you took the blade, technically, that is everyone's save that's ever used that blade. And if it falls apart or gets destroyed, you don't technically save. Oh, I
Wait,
guess
So if I die, that's where I respawn? Is that the sword?
Oh no, you won't respawn back at that particular lake wherever you got it from. You'll just respawn back where the other place before you got here. I don't know how far back you guys go.
What if we've never saved before that?
Oh dear.
Is there a
That could be
fountain I leave
problematic.
this in?
Oh, you have to leave the sword in the thing. That's the save. You're holding everybody's save. And if that
It's like
gets
a-
destroyed, then it's kind of like a corrupted file, and you don't save.
So you're saying I should save somewhere
So-
else?
I think you should put that back before people figure out that. See, if people are dying now that have saved on there are technically trapped in limbo until the sword goes back into the network. Yeah, you're slowly killing everybody that's saved in that area.
Do I feel more
Brad.
dead?
Actually,
Okay.
everybody's saved.
You haven't
there.
died yet, so.
Everybody is
Yeah.
saved on that. So he is holding the flash drive with everybody save on it.
Does it
and
have
if
to be a lake? Can it just be a lot of water?
Oh, well, I'm not really sure where all the save points are. But all I know is that you can either do it in a lake. I don't know if you can check bigger things.
What you're telling me is I found a way to make a traveling save point.
Well, no. The save point is
sweetie,
slowly
no.
degrading because it's super old.
You won't be able to come back. Yeah.
And it's slowly degrading because it's not being charged, and that's why it looks like it is. And when you pulled it, it was a perfect silver, really nice looking blade. Now it looks like it's been rusted and old and not as good. So it's decaying like any flash drive that's never been used or doesn't get used often. But you can also save in dungeons.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
if we put it in a dungeon, it will work too?
No, that's where the maiden is. And you have to get inside the maiden to save in those. Pretty horrific thing. There was a group of people that didn't want to do it because it was so horrific.
Did you just say we have to get inside the maiden?
Yeah, I need to
Like an
circle
iron?
back to that real quick. Like,
Yeah, the Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Iron Maiden. Okay, I got it.
oh, okay, that's fun.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, so I point to like the like fountain in the middle of the square that we're
That's
looking
just
at
what I
before. I'm
was
like,
thinking.
is that good enough? Is that
Chuck
like
it in the
enough
fountain.
water?
I don't know if there's a
Where's-
lady in there. I mean, that is a type of portal.
I'm gonna try and shove this
I said
sword
so
in.
much. Are you gonna go over to the waterfall? Or I mean
The fountain, yeah.
the fountain.
Wait. It's a sort of portal. Before we stick the sword in anything, I want to hear more about the portal because I feel like maybe if you send that away, bad things will happen to me and Quentin for sure.
Oh, that's just a portal
Oh,
for inside
man.
the town. So it takes you to all the fountains in the area. There's limitations to how far it goes, but it's kind of like a traveling port.
Oh, that's handy.
Okay, so if you put the sword in there, then it will go to another part of the town or another
But
But
town.
it'll still
Put
be
the sword in there?
underwater.
I mean,
Okay.
if you put the sword in there, I don't think it'll do anything. I mean, there's no stone in there for you.
Let's just go find a nearby lake and throw it in there.
Yeah.
Is there
there
a small
lake on the
stone
map?
around?
Oh no, I wouldn't just throw it in the lake. You have to plant it into the stone next to another sword.
So now there'll be two
What?
swords in one lake.
Right. That's going to really confuse people, but that's really
Yeah, no
going to
shit.
mess up people that saved in that other area. I hope that lake is going to be okay. But yeah.
That lake's
You
gone.
got bad news, buddy.
Anyway,
We know nothing about any large body of water.
Yeah, that was not in a lake. I don't know what you're talking about.
I would
I
say
would
more of a
definitely
large
put-
pond.
I would protect that item, good sir, because I don't know how you're able to it not fall apart in your hands. It is very old, but if it does get destroyed, you just won't be saved from that last point. And then pretty much everybody else that's ever saved there will pretty much perish if they ever die because if they didn't.
Oh, so there's no problem then.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I
Aw,
should take the
buddy.
sword.
I've only ever saved with that sword, so
I mean, do you want it, Jason? Or do you mind if I hold on to it?
You can take it.
Okay.
I didn't
I'll
even
take it.
realize I took it. So
As
Yeah,
soon as you
I'll
hand
take
it
that
over,
responsibility
as
if
soon as you
you
take
don't
it-
want to deal with all that.
It disappears from your hand, Alora, and reappears in Jason's hand.
Son of a bitch.
We just had to find a lake. It's not that big a deal.
It's gonna start reading him rejection letters now.
I would
God
say put
damn
that
it.
in a safe place, maybe a bag or a mystic sheath.
Are there any stones around?
There's, yeah, I guess. You mean safe stones? No, not in this.
No,
one.
just
well, there is a
large
dungeon
stones.
here.
Where's the nearest save stone, sir?
Oh, and he pulls up the map that you have. There's one inside the forest that you're going to.
There's
Well,
none
that's
in town.
forest.
Oh, there's a dungeon in town, but I don't think you want to go down there.
You have a dungeon in town?
Yeah,
Where are you gonna put prisoners?
in my castle, in my tower. Like points off.
What's
into
in the
distance.
dungeon?
There's a safe spot in the dungeon.
Oh,
That's not a safe stone.
no, you're right.
But it's not a safe spot. It's a save spot.
Right.
How do
but
people in town save?
They don't. The town's protected. Well, I mean, at least the inner Corster, I protect everybody, but we're not adventurers like yourselves. We don't leave
I'm
the
gonna
town.
try and shove the sword into the fountain.
Okay.
Not hard, but
All right. Roll to strike the fountain base, I guess.
like in the water part.
Jason,
Yeah, it goes into the
Jason,
water,
stop.
but nothing happens.
All right. Look. We've obviously got multiple reasons to go up north. We got to shove this thing in a stone, and then we got to shove this other stone in a guy, and then we got to
shove the guy
You
into
gotta
the Duke's
shove the
hands.
guy in this bag here and bring him back to Rolf or whatever the hell his name is.
We're shoving lots of things in lots of places. It's a great time.
Randomly, as like Jason's walking around, people appear. What the fuck? No. They're technically.
Jason, get out of the fountain.
They're luckily they're in limbo right now, so there's not going to be random people appearing out of nowhere that you know of.
That we know of. Great. Okay, well, that sounds like tomorrow's quest. We should probably go find a place to sleep tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean the registration office is also
right, we
an inn,
gotta do
a
that.
brewery, a bar. They sell general goods. It's pretty much your all-around place.
I do have to say I'm impressed with the amount of unnecessary bureaucracy you all have built into this medieval town of yours.
Isn't that your
It's a
thing,
nice
though?
bit of anachronism.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go get registered because I have no money, and
Yeah.
have
Oh, is
have
that
no
how we
wish
get our money?
to pay for anything. Well, I don't want to pay for lodging and stuff. I can't afford it.
Yeah. So let's go there.
Okay.
Okay.
Do.
Yeah, you start making your way down to the thing, and you see a giant neon sign that says "Big Bunko's House of Registration."
Great.
Oh, this seems legitimate. Sure. Sure.
And there's
How the hell do they have neon?
and as you guys walk up the steps, there's a 6-armed strange creature standing in the doorway. Like he has 2 hands crossed, 2 hands with like clipboards, and 2 other hands with like pins and stuff.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
What? Okay. Is it just like a normal human-looking dude, or is he like a bug man?
It's kind of like a giant bugman creature.
Giant
Can't
bug
really
man.
tell.
Interesting.
Great.
Hi. We're here to register.
Oh, good.
Not here to-
Name?
My name?
I mean the party.
Oh, I kind of motion towards Jason. Jason, go. This is you.
Jason and the Argonauts.
And he looks at his clipboard and he like puts a pen in his other hand and he's like using one hand to flip the pages. Jason and the Argonauts. And as you look, as he flips a page, it says restricted groups. And there's roughly about 30 or 40 groups on each page. And he's like, all right, well, I don't see you guys on the restricted list.
Give us time.
You're funny. And he like opens the door with one of his hands. And as soon as the door opens, there's like lots of
Yes, he's totally joking. Don't worry.
stuff going
We're
on.
well behaved.
How does one get on this restricted list of yours?
You try to attack one of the royals, or you desecrate one of the saints' areas, or you do.
So watch
wrong.
where you pee, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say define.
This toilet looks
desecrate,
weird. That's not a
'cause-
toilet. That's an altar. Yeah.
Fuck.
As he's going through the list, I'm like pointedly looking at Merle and pointedly looking at Sophie and pointedly looking at Jason. It's like, are you listening to all of this? Okay.
Don't raise any dead from holy gardens.
Okay.
One
There
half
are
of
rules
the party.
we have to follow.
I just want to make sure that, like, okay, yeah, okay.
What's going on inside the place?
All right. So
Really, the
inside
only one
the
I'm
place-
not worried about is Alora. The other 4, I'm always iffy on.
I'm gonna laugh when it's Alora that gets us under restriction.
as you walk into this giant open area, it's a giant bar. It looks like a city, or not a city, but the building is a lot smaller than the inside. The inside looks like it's freaking huge. There's like 20 levels to it, and you can see all the way up to the ceiling, which is made out of glass, stainless glass. So like the whole area is lit up in different colors, and it's really shiny as it illuminates the area. But as you look up, each floor has a different style to it. And as you look further up, you see TV screens and more modern tech that you guys are used to on the upper decks.
Interesting.
And
I
as
didn't
you
know what a credit was.
so there's a main desk. as you walk in.
Does that seem snarky?
There's it looks like an octopus.
I think that might have been
and
programmed dialogue.
He's moving stuff around, and he's like has like a headset on, and he's answering questions and moving all the little pins and stuff around. He turns around and he goes, "Hey, what's up?" And has a little head bobbing to the side, like he's listening to music at the same time.
Hey, are you daft or punk?
Both. What's up?
Not anymore. They broke up.
Not anymore.
Oh, and he splits in half now. And a gnome pops out in the middle of this giant octopus that's split.
No!
Fucking
what's up?
Francine.
It was 2 gnomes stacked on top of each other
He's
all
just like,
along.
"Hey guys, what's
God
up?"
damn it!
No, he's the octopus, and he stops like moving all these pins around, and like all of a sudden there's like 3 other people like running in place trying to put all these phone connections together. He goes, "How can I help you?" And he puts all of his hands on the table.
All
Go for it,
right.
Jason. Go for it.
What are we doing?
We're
You gotta
registering.
register us. You're the group leader.
Oh, we need to register our group.
Oh, registration. And he like puts like a form on the table, and he goes, party, individual, campaign, quest, group.
Party campaign quest group.
Okay. And he goes, I gotta get this one. He pulls out this small little booklet, and he puts it on. Well, it's a regular sized book, but it's it's a book of pages, and he goes, "All right, you're gonna." He opens it up and starts putting like signature tabs. Everybody has to sign here. You have to list all the equipment that you have. And then,
Clinton,
We have to list.
can
our
you look at
equipment?
this for me?
Our lawyer
start-
will take a look at this first.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
gonna start
signing
charging
shit.
y'all. I don't. That is a natural 20 again on the
Oh.
lawyer roll.
it seems
a
like it's
lawyer.
27. Yep.
it seems like it's pretty legit. It's just basically giving an
Yeah.
like a breakdown of the group,
Mm.
of each individual member of the group. It states that like every town you go into, you get 10% discount in lodging, 10% on general goods, 5% for magical items. Every time you acquire loot, 3% goes back to the original
what?
town that you registered with, and you get a brand or a sigil of that town that allows you to teleport back to that individual town.
Oh, that's pretty good.
To a room, which a standing fee of 10 gold a month will hold a room specifically for your group. Very basic setting. For 50 gold a month, you get a luxury suite setting where it has individual rooms for everybody with, basic bedding and all that stuff.
All right. So I share all this information. Like, look, basically, it's a ye old AAA membership. It actually looks like it checks out all right. And secondly, I don't actually like reading all these tiny little documents, so every now and then y'all can just do that yourself. But it's fine. Everything looks good.
As you turn the page, it was really big, like 24 font, and every page you change, it loses like one font number.
It's like Willy Wonka over
smaller
here.
and smaller. Yeah.
But as you get to the back, it's like 3 font, and you're like, fuck. And it's even more writing, but it basically towards the end where the really fine print is at, is that where it says that you have to give up, 3% of your overall income of what you do for this particular area as registration.
Is that like everything we pick up or just money?
Everything.
But how am I going to get the income off of a magical sword that I pick up?
Well, I mean, when you go to sell it. So, yeah, I guess income, but it's basically when you go to sell everything. And if you don't sell it, you have to find out what the monetary value is and give 3% of that.
All right, well.
Soul related. If it's soul related, then there's nothing we can do about it. And that's a completely different document that each individual has to sign. Basically saying that if you refuse to do that, then you give up 3% of your soul.
All right.
What about
Who is the soul going to?
Wait a second.
3% of the soul goes to Hob, which lives in the tower in the center in Region 5. And
I'm pretty attached to my soul.
Well, I mean...
I'm not sure if I am. Go on. It's not what is a soul, I don't even know if I'll miss it. Who knows?
Soul's all I got.
I don't know. Once you see what happens to the other guy's soul, you might not want to...
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel attached to my soul.
Is the soul like my consciousness? Is it my ghost?
Yeah.
My skeleton? What is
Jesus, Kierkegaard, knock it off already.
What are you gonna do?
All right, sorry. Anyway.
Look, no, you're right. I'm sorry, sweet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lee. I apologize I'm sorry, Elora, for my outburst. You are correctly all right to worry or not about your soul or not.
I'm just questioning. I don't know the details.
You know what? If you can't have an existential crisis in the middle of an existential reality, when can you have one? Quentin writes in his notebook. Quentin writes, I am now experiencing irrational mood swings.
You actually flip
being so emotional.
Instead of going to the next page, you go to the very last page and open it up, and then you start a whole you're doing it backwards.
Personal experiences.
I just start signing because I'm bored now.
Oh.
Excellent. Are you signing all of our names?
As you start signing your name, you physically see energy leaving your hand, and it sprinkles over your signature as you're signing it, and you feel this bound feeling to this document that you now have.
I feel like they just took 3% of my soul on lean.
Yeah, whatever.
I got it on layaway right now.
You can no longer get off.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh no.
That's what 3% is? Oh my god. Can I choose the 3%?
Can you take a different 3%?
Do we just have to register once and we're good for all 5 zones?
Oh no, every zone is different. This is more the lighter zone.
3% of my soul per zone.
This is the start zone, so we're pretty good about letting people kind of ride a little bit. But the more zones you go into, the more stipulations. I mean, been to any of them.
So do we have to register?
No, you don't have to. You just don't get all the bonuses.
I don't want to.
Okay, you don't have to. And he pulls the.
But who wants to register? Is anyone?
Serena already signed her signature.
Yeah.
Gosh. The only benefit I see is the teleport. That's really it.
And you guys don't all have to sign. you could do it individually. But Serene now has 10% in this region on most things, and she can teleport back here. And he puts an amulet on the desk, and he goes, "Just rub this gem, and then you push it in, and you'll immediately teleport to the room that we have."
Okay.
And since you purchased the lowest one, it's an empty room with like a bed and a dresser. But it's locked. No one can get inside there, and you can't be followed. That's the most important thing here.
So we're snuggling tonight, guys.
Can we teleport there
Hold on to
anytime
it.
we want?
Well,
Sounds like that's the only gem you'll be rubbing for a while.
unless you guys do it as a group, it's individual rooms, and no one else can go in there. So it's kind of like your safe place.
Oh, apparently I'm snuggling by myself.
All right, no, I'm gonna sign it. I can't pass up a savings. I also doubt whether I actually have a soul or not.
Well, hold on before we get.
No, I'm pretty sure you got rid of that in law school.
Before we get,
that's funny.
You gotta give it up to pass the bar.
Yeah,
further,
it is a requirement for passing the bar.
The octopus is talking to us.
This is not a save point. If you don't hit the button in time, or if you're about to die and you hit the button, you will die in this room if it's repetitive damage. This is not a save point. This is kind of like a get out of like a situation thing.
Oh, it's okay. I brought one with me.
But if you have reoccurring damage happening, you could die, and then no one will find you. I mean, he looks up at the board. He's like, "Yeah, no one's died yet today. But if they die, we clean your body out and we rent out the room again."
Well, wait. So you can get in there to clean the body out, but you can't get in there to save them.
Help us? Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do an additional 2%,
Oh God, of
we'll
course.
do a restoration form where if you do die in the room, we'll bring you back at 95%.
How much is that? Is that like insurance?
Well, that 5% of your soul is basically. I don't really know what Hobbs does, but I mean, 5% of.
Wait, but it's either 5% of our loot or 5% of our soul, right?
3% of our loot.
3% of the loot. Yeah.
So then it's only 2% of your soul.
Right. If you don't want to do anything drastic, you don't have to register. That's completely fine. But we find it best if we just grasp onto that person's individual soul, because they seem to keep that more relevant than, 3% of whatever they capture within the realm.
All right, if you, I'm gonna leave
I
this
don't
up
want
to
the extra
Jason
addendum.
as the party leader, and if he wants to sign us on, then I will sign on too.
Yeah, he's not sure about it.
Okay. Well, that made my decision harder.
Is there some way you can tell us how much soul we currently have?
Well,
You have 100% soul.
well, I mean, technically, no. If you took in, he's like, well, I mean, if you've died in the past, in the area, you take a little bit. They call it insanity because you're a little loopy, but it's actually soul damage, and so you lose a little bit of your individual soul. I know they confuse that with insanity, but it's kind of like the same thing, right?
They always call it something different.
Right. So here we call it.
Wait,
soul.
did I lose my soul when I saw the Cochrane pulled off of Jason?
Yes.
I
You lost
definitely
insanity.
So when you lose insanity in this region, this zone, it's your soul.
Fucking it! I already lost 4%.
So it is.
Yeah.
It is a quantifiable, measurable. Interesting. All right.
He
Right,
gains
right.
soul
The way
back.
to gain soul back?
Oh, there are ways to get souls back, but you have to talk to specific soul-dealing monsters, or creatures. Households.
Wait,
to get those.
Are
back.
they gonna give my soul back, or do I get somebody else's soul? I
Ooh.
need
Give
to know
yourself
the
15
semantics
experience
of this.
points. Give yourself 15 experience points. And he goes,
Ask it
I have
out.
a quality.
I feel like I already ran into that transaction.
He goes, I don't really have all the answers to that question, but there is a way. If you're not specific enough, you could get someone else's soul in you, and it could be really weird because if you're female,
Yeah.
you might get male soul, and that could really change up the dynamics.
Does souls
of your
have gender now?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
this
it's
is-
your individual body.
So it's our body.
Well, I mean, your individual
our
soul. It's your
consciousness.
consciousness.
So my consciousness has a gender.
Well, I mean, you're
If you
yourself.
have a gender,
I'm
yeah.
just saying.
Whoa!
This is
If
getting
you-
into some weird shit, guys.
So,
If
if they
you
took your
classify it-
consciousness and put it in a male, would you still feel female?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I am not the necromancer here. If you want to go talk to someone, there are.
You gotta
folks-
talk to Sophie, man.
There's some people within the town that dabble in that dark world, but it's basically your personality and your soul are connected. So if you could get someone else's personality,
that's
and
fair.
soul.
I see where you're going for there.
So that's
Is
where
there
the
a way
gender-
for us not to have our soul online here, but like maybe give you
Yeah,
more loot?
can I like put that saved somewhere else or something?
Well, I mean, you don't have to register with it. You just don't get the percentages down the road, the benefits. So I mean, you don't have to register. You could be individual, but when you go into towns and stuff, you get more benefits and you can get some stuff. But
Yeah, I'll sleep in the horse hay. I'm
Oh,
not
no, you
doing it.
can
I'm not selling
purchase-
my soul.
you can purchase whatever you want. This is just a guarantee that you'll
Yeah.
come back here and then
I'm off. I'm not gonna do it.
you'll have a way to transport back and be safe.
Is there a way to register without any of that stuff?
No. Unfortunately, it's a binding situation. Serene, you've already signed, so you're kind of bound to it. Does anybody
It
else
is what
want
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quentin's gonna sign. Yeah.
All right. How much would you like to do, sir? Would you like the deluxe room or the basic package as he side eyes Serene?
Rude.
What?
He
Did
just called you basic.
He just called me a basic bitch.
He did. He
I'm
did.
an octopus now.
Oh, it's a fucking sushi, damn it. No. Yeah, so Jason, what would you like to do? I'm sorry, Quentin. Sorry.
Why don't you go ahead and? So if you die, you lose a little bit of your soul.
If you click.
But if I click this button, I might get out of the thing that's gonna kill me. I'm gonna come back out here.
Right. And if you die over
Right.
here, it's
Right.
kind
And
of
then you
it's kinda like a
definitely lose a
sub-save.
little bit of your soul.
And you
It's-
definitely lose a little bit of your soul.
I mean, it's technically a
Mhm.
save point. Like you save
Right.
here, we
Right.
bring you back. You still might suffer some side effects, but
Right.
you're pretty much guaranteed that as long as you're in your room, you will come back. And-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is basically life insurance,
Yeah.
which is a huge,
Yeah.
massive scam.
That's
But
that's
I will
exactly.
sign
You know,
into it.
give yourself 25 experience points. That's exactly. I was trying to think of how to implement life insurance, and I was like, what if I just do it like this? Well, let's see how many people go with it. So yeah, you figured out the life insurance.
The secret.
I know exactly what's Quentin. Yeah, Quentin signs the paperwork. It's a scam, but it's a scam that
Would you like to do the 3 or the 5?
you know what? Give me the deluxe room.
Okay, the deluxe room.
Oh,
So
jeez.
from this point forward, you get 20% discounts on items, general goods, room and board,
Okay.
animal purchases, anything that's related directly to the campaign currently going on, which is collecting these gems. So anything in any town that's related to gem, you get 20% deduction from your personal cost.
And I lose 3% of what I make treasure-wise.
Nope. You're
Nope,
good.
I don't.
You specifically don't.
Okay. Because the party has not. All right. Right.
Right.
And now 5% of my soul is gone.
Yep.
All right.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. So
Bye, soul.
you can minus that from your insanity.
So wait,
Does that start at 100 or how does that?
Yep.
It starts at
100.
yeah,
Starts at 100. and
Okay.
I've got 93% of a soul.
So,
All right.
for new folks, if it goes below 50, then you start taking negatives and minuses for skills.
Gotcha.
and
Gotcha.
other
All right. Well, I'm
things.
at 95. I feel pretty good about that.
Okay.
And I take my button and I put it in my. Shirt
Yours
pocket.
is a ring. So the ring
Okay.
allows you to easy access to press it. And it
All
does
right.
not affect...
So I put it-
you can... so in my world, so when you play most
Mhm.
games, you can only wear 2 rings, one
Okay.
per hand. Mine, you can wear 10. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can have
That's
10.
cool. Why not? I bling it up. So I take Quentin takes the ring and he puts it on his finger and he looks at Jason and he shakes his head. He's like, "This one's not for you, buddy."
Not yet.
So, Serene, what were you saying?
Oh, no, I was just saying I have 93% of a soul. But also, if I give them 3% of the loot that I get, I don't give them my soul. It's like a lien, right?
Well, no, you give 3% of your soul. You're giving that out.
Well.
But you've already signed,
Okay.
so you have to minus 3.
Yeah, no. She got bored.
Yep.
It's just
What about
boring.
Jason?
Jason,
There's
what are you
a
doing?
lot of semantics.
No, Jason
I have
lost
100% of my soul, so I'm
Yeah.
good.
So you're not signing? You're not
No.
going with that? Sharon?
Didn't you die?
That insurance?
No,
You
No.
ate the poison food before entering the.
No, his physical body died, not himself.
Okay.
what poison food?
Before
Oh,
entering
that's-
this zone at the barbecue,
Yeah, going
you remember
into,
eating the beans that killed you?
going into zone 2, your physical body is now in a coma state. It may or may not come back. I haven't decided how I want to work in everybody's death.
I was gonna say, is you
Or
and
if they're in a
Merle
coma.
ate poison beans.
Well,
as
Yeah,
far as
that
I
would
know.
kill our physical bodies, not
Yeah,
this
yeah.
body.
Your
I
physical
don't know,
bodies are in
man.
a coma. The physical bodies are in a coma because I feel like that's going to come down the line. But you guys.
Okay.
So
I was
yeah.
still in character.
We're a
I was
magical
just
group.
Talking about what Alora knew.
So Laura, would you like to continue? Do you want to?
I'll make my money the good old-fashioned way.
Roger that. Okay.
Feeling it.
So your guys' group is registered. So now that when you go to a place, all those things apply when you go in as a group. And then individually, when you get loot, you'll distribute the way that it's supposed to. If you don't, who knows what will happen? So keep that in mind.
You don't what?
Well, so Quentin, you gave 5%, so you don't have to give up any of your percentage of loot. Serene, you gave up 3%. You still have to give up your loot. So if you decide not
3% of it, right?
right? If you guys don't, there could be consequences for not giving up that percentage for loot if you sign the contract. If you didn't and you're freelance, you guys do whatever you want. You're just not guaranteed to have a place to go to or get discounts when you go to areas.
Okay.
So you don't have to give up 3% of your loot that you get individually.
Right. I'll give my new guard companion the option of signing if you want.
Do you want me to, sir?
You don't have to.
You're not a slave.
His name is Eric the Great, by the way.
I was wondering how long we were gonna go before somebody
this-
asked, because I wasn't gonna do it this time.
Wait. His name is Eric the Great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His
And
last
did he
name
give
is
himself
Great.
this name?
Is he a human or is he a dwarf or like what?
No, he's a dwarf.
There's a lot of
He's just
a
Eric the
dwarf.
Great. And he's really fine. His beard's finally done. His hair is nicely done. He's ripped. He's not even wearing armor right now. He's completely in a tunic, just standing there, rippled.
cool.
And
Does he have
looks
shoes
great.
on?
Yeah, no, he's got basics. He's got the basics.
Does he have
Yeah.
a weapon?
Nope. He had to give everything
Oh.
up.
So Jason, you got yourself an elephant and a penguin, and now it looks like you got yourself a bear.
Nice.
Eric does not have a bracer or anything, and he goes, "Do you want me to sign?" And he looks up at you.
Like, how's he looking at me?
And he's looking at
It's like he asked you a question and he's waiting
straight
for the
face.
answer.
Yeah, it's just.
I said he didn't have to.
Oh, okay, right on.
What do you want to do?
Yep. Yeah.
I want to be a dancer.
He's just, occasionally, like when you guys are just standing there, he does like arm stretches and he's like rip, and he does like poses as people walk around him. And he throws like he doesn't have a hat or anything, but he people are dropping coins in front of him. He's like, yes. One day, Master.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. I want to ask Eric about his adventures.
Is he a bodybuilder? Like, what is he? Yeah. What is this?
No.
Should I throw some fucking creatine at him or something? Like, what are we doing?
Here's the shaker. What's this, my lord? Put some powder into it and shake it with water.
Beefcake.
Laura's seen some song potential here. Maybe she could write a couple songs about this Eric the Great.
He's like,
and make some money that way.
I grew up in the Royal Guard, and my father is a Royal Guard. My grandfather is a Royal Guard. His father before him was a Royal Guard. And that's all I know.
Is
Eric
that
comes
what
from a
you
long
wanted
line
to be
of
when you grew up?
heroes.
Is that what you wanted to be when you grow up? Because, like, I mean, my dad wanted me to be stuff, and I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, I could see that. It's just like, I don't know anything other than crushing things.
Great.
So your whole family was Royal Guards. You were raised to be a Royal Guard.
Yep, grew
That's
up
all
in the
you'd
pits and
ever know.
everything.
Maybe we should
That
get like a
sounds like
table.
slavery to me, but whatever.
And in
sit
just
down
2 seconds, your king
I want.
drew you to this random fella for a piece of plastic. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I don't have to pull a 24-hour CQ shift anymore, right? He looks up at Jason.
All right.
No.
I
Usually,
don't know what that is, but I'm gonna say no. You don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, that's like pulling 24-hour guard. We have to stay awake the entire
You
time.
just used a fancy word.
That's
Well,
a lot of.
you can't be expected
awakeness.
to be alert and aware of your surroundings after that. Being awake, that seems highly inefficient.
Well, you
No,
should
you
tell
only
the
need
royal.
4 hours every 3 days.
You should tell
It
the royal.
seems really
army
unhealthy.
because everybody has to do that in their, the military career. And he looks at you.
How many of you are?
I mean,
Or-
unless you're married, and then you don't have to unless someone pays you to do their guard shift. And then
Well,
you do it
I mean,
out of
that's all
spite.
between you.
Right.
How many of y'all guards are actual people like us, and how many are not people like you?
Oh, all the Royal Guard here is born into this position.
Okay, so you're
Several-
not actually. All right, well then I'm not worried about it. Okay, thank
Several
you.
generations of
Did
us.
you just say we're not real people?
No, we're real people. It's just we've always grown.
I know.
up in the-
No, they're a collection of ones and zeros.
I
I
didn't
think
even
you
know
called
that.
them not people. Like,
This
this
is a game. This is a computer
too.
simulation.
Okay, when Jason.
Quentin,
Not
sweetheart,
Jason,
I
sorry,
don't
Quentin.
think.
Yes.
I didn't do anything.
A line of
Quentin.
people start forming behind you guys as you're standing. in-
No, I already said earlier. Like, should we go get a table? Like,
Yeah,
let's
let's
go sit down.
go.
Yeah,
Let's get
let's-
food or drink or something.
Let's
Okay.
sit down with our
but
computer
Quentin,
simulated
when you
bodies and imbibe
I don't know about you
computer
guys, but when you-
simulated drinks.
When you
All right,
guys
Quentin.
first got into the game, did you have bracers? Because I didn't have a bracer right away.
Yeah, I did.
Interesting.
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah,
I
they came in and got their bracers.
Yeah, we
they woke
went through the hub town like everybody else did. Yeah.
So what if
Yeah.
you just didn't get a bracer?
Well, if you didn't,
Does that make you not a person? You don't know what's going on with this. You don't know where his soul came from. You don't
Also,
know
like,
if he is capable of
this-
losing it.
fair
We
enough?
have no
I think-
idea what's going on here.
We're
I think
also not
this
entirely
may be our
sure this
new-
is a simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is our new reality, dude.
All right, so you guys make your way over to a table. There's lots of tables everywhere. And you guys go ahead and sit down at the table. And that's where we're going to end this episode. Join us next time to find out what happens to the gang.
Thank yous for listening to Crumpets and Kerosene. Join Jason and the Argonauts as the party make their way through Carlton Brew. Download us on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, and anywhere else you download your favorite shows. You can also follow us on Twitter at D&D_Crumpets, Instagram at Crumpets and Kerosene, Facebook, Crumpets and Kerosene Podcast, YouTube, Crumpets and Kerosene. We also have a website, crumpetsandkerosene.com. PM is Kelly Williams. Twitter and Instagram at infantry_kitchen. Jason is played by Brent Marquis. You can find him on Twitter at Brent Lee Marquis. Merle is played by Seth Nason. You can find him on Twitter at Nason_da. Alora is played by Amanda Lee Baldwin. You can find her on Twitter at LemonSeed05. Sophie is played by Allison Webb. Quentin is played by Jason Cassidy. You can find him on Instagram at Dungeoneering with Jason. Serenity, Serene, is played by Jenna Marie. You can find her on Instagram at chaotic_click_clack.
Production of Crumpets and Kerosene is done in-house. Sound effects used in this episode are sourced from Epidemic Sounds and remastered on Vegas Pro 17, Adobe Edition, and Aphonic Sounds.
Need some excitement on that morning drive to work? Welcome, adventurers, to Constructed Chaos, a live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast full of unpredictable antics, borking doggos, and engaging fantasy storytelling and roleplay. With sessions recorded in a professional studio setting, you'll feel every bit of the action and hear every snide remark by the snarky NPCs. Jump in and have a listen to our flagship campaign, The Wrath of Zealous, to help us construct some chaos.
In a world of magic and mystery, where danger lurks around every corner, a new type of hero emerges. Brave, resourceful, potty trained.
I pooped in my pants.
Well, maybe not potty trained. Coming soon only to the Crumpets and Kerosene Patreon, it's Babies and Broadswords.
Someone please, my pants, pooped in my pants.
Maximum Roll. Join us each week as we interview folks within the gaming and entertainment industry, such as writers, illustrators, artists, podcasts, Twitch and YouTube streamers, social media content creators, handcrafted gaming, apparel and merchandise, and much more. You can find Maximum Roll on Apple and Spotify and anywhere else you find your podcast. If you want to be interviewed on the show, just email us at maximumrollentertainment@gmail.com or Instagram at maximum_roll_entertainment_LLC. And if you like Maximum Roll, check out some of the other Dungeons & Dragons podcasts and streams on the Maximum Roll Entertainment Podcast Network.
This is Mark Reinhagen, creator of Vampire the Masquerade and all those other monster games. If you like what I did before, you're going to love the Accursed series of games using a narrative version of the D20 5e game system, in which you play cursed beings in a dark fantasy setting called Lostlorn. I'm working with a collective of artists, writers, and game designers called the Tailspinners to bring this world and these games to life, and you're welcome to join us on the ride. We are releasing a new zine every month, which in a series of 6 detail and outline a unique and amazing campaign setting. We started with Bloodstone Isle and are moving next onto Invictus, the City of Bridges. For a nominal sum, you can get these delivered to you monthly on Patreon. Just type in patreon.com/Lostlorn. Thanks for listening.
Hey, stop on by D&D420.com. We're a guild of role players brought and bound together by a common drive, the love of role-playing games. We bring our individual skills and personalities together to breathe life into the worlds and games created by our game masters. We also offer podcasts, such as Late Night with Jess and Jam. We have custom content, a bestiary for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, and a Discord server, where you can find games or just hang out and make new friends. That's D&D420.com. Go ahead and give me that sanity check. Ooh, too bad, so sad. Looks like you just picked up a derangement, friend. Happy Herbie here, and you'd be insane not to check out Chaotic Click Clacks. That's right, friends. Head on over to Facebook, Instagram, or Etsy and search up Chaotic Click Clacks. Peruse their exotic array of handmade gaming dice. So the next time you're staring into the gaping maw of insanity, you can do so with confidence and style. Remember, Chaotic Click Clacks, where we want to be your clack dealer.